Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Addy here with another video for you today. Pretty much we got here is a community transmission by MajesticAndHolyWade. So this is a fan created community transmission, fan created Galactic Assault scenario on MYGEETO. And pretty much this has nothing to do with DICE. This is not DICE's creation. This is nothing that DICE is recommending or whatever. This is a fan-made community transmission by one person, and they did all this, the animations, pretty much everything they did, and yeah. So basically, there has been videos on this. Other Star Wars channels have covered this. They pretty much did it on April 1st, like a April Fool's thing, and they titled it "Oh, New Community Transmission," blah blah blah. So I didn't want to make this on the first. I didn't want to try to seem like I'm clickbaiting you guys or anything like that. So I'm gonna try to go through this with you today on the second or third or whatever, and we're gonna go in, we're gonna read through it, we're gonna see the images, we're gonna see all this stuff, and then we'll just pretty much see how everything is, read through it, see the new weapons, the new droids and stuff like that, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So pretty much, let's start up at the top. Most people dream of winning the lottery or finding fame. I, however, dream of waking up to this. Community transmission, Outer Rim Sieges. Incoming transmission. With the overwhelming success of Geonosis, we are proud to announce our next two maps coming to Battlefront 2, MYGEETO and Cato Nymodia. Inspired by their appearances in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. MYGEETO will be added to Battlefront 2 this July. Again, this is fake, so don't take this as confirmed. This is not confirmed. It's fan-made, just letting you know. And will be playable in Galactic Assault, Capital Supremacy, Extraction, Strike, and Blast. It will feature 2 new playable vehicles, a new artillery unit, and 4 new default planet skins, the 21st Nova Corps. Although you probably know them by their more common name, the Galactic Marines. So these bad boys, they were featured in Battlefront 2, 2005, the classics. And basically, you got your assault, your heavy, your officer, which is like Commander Bakara, and your specialist. Now he has a demo as well, so we're gonna go in and we're gonna go through the demo. So you guys just enjoy, and once this is done, I will be back and we'll go from there. So enjoy the video.
We've got word key separatist leaders are holed up in that main building. We take them, we take the planet. They've got 2 tri-droids guarding the entrance, so make sure they don't destroy our UT-80 before we get there. Go! Go!
Alright, so there's the demo. That's pretty much what it is. It's got different sections. It's got the Galactic Marines right here. And then it skips over to the intro. When you come in, there's a little bit of an animation. You got Commander Bakara talking in there. And this is the UT-80 that you gotta defend. Those are up top there, tri-droids. So basically, you have to rush the UT-80 forward, and then there's these tri-droids here, and they're going to be defending pretty much. So that's the video, that's the demo. I will link everything in the description. You guys check it out. And now let's go to Phase 1. The Magna Tri-Droids. The first phase focuses on fast-paced close-quarters combat as the clones escort their UT-AT through the city ruins while the droids attempt to destroy it with rocket launchers. Rubble plays a key part in gameplay, as in some cases it is your only cover from enemy fire, As the UT-AT gets closer to the main building, the clones will have to cross a bridge riddled with potholes and covered in debris. Although the bridge is completely exposed and the environment evolves as the battle progresses, making the trip across the bridge much safer for the clones. More information on that later in the transmission. So basically the first phase is you have to cross the bridge, and once you cross the bridge, it's going to head into phase 2, and phase 2 is you're heading into the main building. The UT-AT has reached the main building and destroyed both of the Magna Tri-droids guarding the entrance. The clones must now slice through the door's security systems in order to gain entry. While they are doing this, the droids will attack them from both flanks. The destroyed pieces of the Magna Tri-droids are the clones' major sources of cover, although there is a network of tunnels below the city streets that can be used by the droids and clones to travel from opposing sides of the battlefield. So basically, once you reach the main building, it's going to be kind of similar to what Naboo is, where you have to take either the left or the right door panel in order to progress deeper into the building. And then you're going to get flanked. There's going to be tunnels and stuff like that. So basically, this is a kind of really close quarters, high bubble shield defense from officers. Phase 3, Droid Power Generator. Now inside the lobby of the main building, the clones must destroy the droid's main power generator to help thin out their numbers, thus making it easier for the clones to take the building. This objective must be fired upon until it is destroyed. However, due to the multi-floor layout of the lobby, droid snipers will be a significant threat. So basically, this is kind of like a generator that's in the middle, and you have different kind of levels. Like I would say, kind of like the new Venator class or Venator generators in the Capital Supremacy. With the Dreadnought, basically there's one level staircase that goes up to another. Maybe there's another that goes up. It's just like that. It just repeats. I'm assuming that the generator will have lots of health, similar to maybe an ATTE or more. To destroy it is the only way to continue on with the next objective. And for droids, I'm assuming that it's going to be 100 people or 100 tickets, and then they have to wipe out the entire 100 tickets that the clones have. So basically, it's just defense throughout the whole droid section, much like Geonosis, pretty much. Phase 4, the elevator. With the droid numbers falling rapidly, the clones will now attempt to take the main elevator at the back of the building. In order to accomplish this, the clones must slice through the elevator controls in the security room at the back, left of the building, and capture the elevator room before their reinforcements run out. That's not all, though. 2 new fully player-controlled vehicles and 1 artillery unit will be added when the MYGEETO launches. So basically, this last one is you would run in, arm the control panel. I would assume a door will open, and then a pathway to the elevator will go in. So you might have to go outside, because I believe that's the only way that the Magna Tri-droids will be able to be used, is through the outside of the building, and you got to push your way to the elevator, pretty much. So information on the Magna Tri-droid. Towering over enemy combatants, the Magna Tri-droid act as a devastating artillery support for the Separatists. Armed with 3 heavy laser cannons, the 3 rocket launchers, and the ability to call in an airstrike, this behemoth is a force to be reckoned with. Although it will be stationary and placed reasonably far away from combat, its ability to zoom in, as well as its quick-moving projectiles, more than make up for that. It costs a total of 500 battle points, and this unit acts like the MTT, AT-AT, and the LAAT in the sense that you must get eliminations with it to extend the amount of time you have in it. So basically, it's stationary. You can't move it. It stays in one spot, and you got 3 beams here. So 1 beam, 2 beam, 3, and then you got rockets, and you have a kind of orbital strike, pretty much, that the AT-AT uses. And that's its walking animation, and this is what it looks like. Basically, what you would see when you're piloting it. You got your abilities, auto repair. I'm assuming this is scanning, rockets, and the basic will probably be the lasers. Skitter your way through the back alleys of Ume A City and ambush clones Jedi alike as the combat tri-droid. The spider-like tank used by Confederacy of Independent Systems. This nightmarish droid Walker hybrid will cost 900 battle points and have 650 health. Despite being tiny in comparison to its larger counterpart, the combat tri-droid leaves nothing to be desired in weapons and abilities. Armed with 3 rapid-fire laser cannons, a scan pulse ability, an automatic repair ability, and an ability to launch 3 anti-infantry rockets, this droid packs quite a punch. So this is the combat tri-droid. This is the shorter version of the Magna tri-droid. I'm assuming this is kind of like maybe just slightly bigger than the infantry, maybe AAT size, I would assume, or maybe ATRT size. Furthermore, due to its agile nature, this vehicle will be the first walker in the game capable of both crouching and evading like a regular trooper, albeit somewhat slower. To counter this, a fan favorite from the original Battlefront 2 will be returning the TX-130 Saber tank. More details will be shared in another transmission close to the release. So I will be adding images throughout the video, and you can see on the screen what the TX-130 Saber tank is. And pretty much I'll add in more pictures of the tri-droids and what we have to do with the phases. MYGEETO Blizzard. As the clones approach the bridge connecting the city and the main building, a ferocious blizzard blows through the city, rendering many homing weapons useless and nearly blinding the troops on the battlefront. Like the sandstorm on Geonosis, the effects of the blizzard become greater over distance, making attempts at sniping the clones on the bridge futile. The reduced visibility also plays in favor of fast-moving units like the combat tri-droid, the BX droid Commando, and the Bark Speeder. As they can now rush towards players head-on, but only become visible once it's too late. So basically, you won't be able to see anybody, as they'll be very dense, very foggy, like as normally what a blizzard would be. So the only way you'll be able to spot someone is if they are close to you. The blizzard will continue to blow through phase 2, and can be seen outside the main building's windows during phase 3 and 4. So again, phase 2 is the main building where you got to capture the controls in order to open it up, and phase 1 is the bridge. So I'm assuming halfway down the bridge the blizzard will start in. Let's see here. New weapons. New weapons and star cards have arguably been the most requested addition to Battlefront 2 aside from maps since launch, and we are happy to say with the release of MYGEETO we will also be releasing 4 brand new weapons, as well as various star cards for the Assault, Heavy, Officer, and Specialist classes. The cards we are adding vary from a placeable medical droid for the Officer to a devastating alternative to the Heavy's Z6 rotary cannon, the reciprocating quad blaster. New weapons will get their own community transmission closer to the end of the month, but in the meantime, here's a brief description of what is coming. Assault. For the Assault, we are adding the DP-23. It is a shotgun with a low rate of fire intended for mid-range combat. Although it is devastating at the right distance, firing an enemy that is too close will deal less damage. It also suffers from high recoil. So basically, this might be similar to the 2015 Battlefront's shotgun, basically. When you shot it, it went pretty high recoil, and close range was really good. So we'll see how that plays out. Heavy. The Heavy will now be getting the DC-17. Although visually somewhat similar to the TL-50, the DC-17 has a lower rate of fire. This is made up for an increased damage per bolt and reduced spread. So basically this is like the ELH from the Resistance. I don't know if he means DC-17 because those are the pistols. It might be like a bigger version of the DC-15. Like a Phase 2 clone version. Or not Phase 1 Geonosis Episode 2 clone weapon that they used when they assaulted Geonosis for the first time. The Officer's new weapon will be the DC-15S sidearm. Its main strength is its cooling capabilities, which allow it to fire uninterrupted for a long period of time than any other blaster currently in the game. If it overheats, however, it has an incredibly long cooldown time. So basically, you overheat it, you gotta wait 20 years for it to cool down. Specialist. Acting as a compromise between the NT-242 and the IQA-11, the DC-15X, again from the original trilogy, or the original game, sorry, 2005, does more damage than the IQA-11, but with a slower rate of fire and slightly slower bolt speed. To help with the darker environments, it also has an unlockable night vision scope. Now then, it's time to address another highly requested feature since the launch of the game, while also satisfying our original trilogy fans. The new logic is called the multi-era map. MYGEETO will be the first map in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 to feature the prequel trilogy scenario and an original trilogy scenario. The prequel is covered fairly in depth in this transmission, and the original trilogy will receive its own transmission later on. In the meantime, however, we can tell you that it's based on the battle mentioned in the original novel Battlefront, The Twilight Company. It will feature a brand new objective, new planet, default skins for the Rebel Alliance, the 61st Mobile Infantry, as well as additional parts of the map that are unreachable in the prequel trilogy version. Finally, as a teaser for what's to come after MYGEETO has been released, player will travel to the misty world of Cato Nemodia and fly throughout the shrouded cities as the Republic and CS battle for aerial supremacy. Punch it. This community transmission is simply a fan concept and is no way official or tied to DICE, Electronic Arts, or the Walt Disney Company. As he says, MajesticAndHolyWade is basically responsible for writing and doing all the stuff listed here. He gives some descriptions of what vehicles, characters, and stuff that's here. Writing the CT, recreating the CT's artwork, character prop rigging, character animation, camera animation, pre-visualization, layout, lighting, dynamic, and procedural effects, compositing, audio layout, as well as minor sound effect creation, writing and digitally performing the original score, and modeling texture with the exception of the following. So basically, he did everything that's listed here except for the vehicles, the characters, and the weapons. He also gives information that they were modeled and textured by DICE. Spun screen overlay and the release date screens were created by DICE. He just modified them. Basically everything, he did everything except for whatever is down here. And yeah, so basically it's a Revenge of the Sith with Ki Adi Mundi, or Mundi, or whatever you want to say, the two brains. He's right here, Conehead. Basically, this was the scene when Palpatine issued Order 66, and all the clones blasted the shit out of him. This is the map. This is where the map where Plo Koon gets blown the hell up. So basically, you got two maps coming in July. This is probably just Starfighter Assault or Starfighter Blast or whatever, and I'm fine with that. MYGEETO looks amazing. Hopefully, MajesticAndHolyWade does another kind of community transmission regarding Felucia, Umbara, or Ubmara, or whatever it is. I completely forgot what it is. Maybe he'll do Utapau. Sometimes I think I'm pronouncing these names wrong, but whatever, you guys understand what I mean. And yeah, maybe they'll do some more clone maps. Clone Wars is my favorite out of all the trilogies. And then it's the original trilogy, and finally it's the sequel trilogy. Not a fan of the new ones. Not a fan of Episode 8, to be honest. Episode 7 is better, but these are the new clones, the new skins, pretty much. A video again. I'll link everything in the description. Check it out. And yeah, so let me know what you think of this fan-made community transmission, this fan-made layout, how it stacks to your liking. And again, this is a fan-made. It's not confirmed. Nothing is real about it. If you have any questions, I will leave the link to the thread. You guys discuss it with Majestic. Ask him questions or her. Ask them whatever you want. I don't know anything. I'm just pretty much just letting you know about this, promoting it. And that's it, pretty much. And for now, I'll catch you guys and girls in the next Star Wars video. Peace out.